Today, I'm going to show you how to do an oil change on your 1983, or basically just about any Honda three-wheeler, as long as it's got the same locations and stuff for the drain plug. But it's all pretty simple. This is my 1983 200E, sadly not the ES. It's real dirty because I just took it out mudding. But I'm going to show you how to change the oil, that way it's got the best oil you can have in it. So, you're going to need a size 24 socket. Doesn't really matter what size driver, I'd recommend 1/2 inch. You're going to need your drain pan. I'm not using a proper drain pan, I'm just using a bucket, but it don't matter. You can, these engines, I'm using 5W30 since I'm in Alaska and it's about to be winter. Got a funnel, but you could also put 10W30 in here. But basically any type of motor, oil will work. I'm just using 5W30 for them colder temperatures. So, right down here, you're gonna see right under the shift lever, there is that bolt right there. You're gonna need to undo that, and that's a size 24. Slide your drain bucket down right under. Grab your socket and make sure it's spinning the right way, because you don't want to crank this thing all tight while you're trying to untighten it, you know? Oh, one thing I should also mention, a 15/16 also works. It's basically the equivalent if you don't have a size 24 like me. So you're just gonna loosen this here until it breaks free. And you're gonna come down under here. You're just gonna unscrew it. Now it's fine if you drop this plug in, because we can always fish it back out. But don't worry too much about getting dirty, because you're gonna get dirty. I personally don't wear gloves because I can't feel, and I'm also allergic to latex. So if I was to use latex gloves, I wouldn't be able to feel. And there it goes. Our oil doesn't actually look that bad. I'm just changing it because, well, I found this in some lady's yard and I recovered it, and well, I got it out from there and got it going. So I haven't changed the oil since, and I'm doing that now. One thing you could do, you could also tip the three-wheeler on its side a little bit, which is real easy to do since it's a three-wheeler. That'll help get some of this oil out. Uh-oh, what was that? What on earth was that? Oh, I guess there's a spring that goes in that little hole. I guess we both learned something today. There's a spring. Oh, it's a filter. Okay. That looks like that, yeah. So make sure not to lose that little guy. That would be bad. Well, we both learned something new today. Yeah, this thing is not the best oil, but that's why we're changing it. One thing I like to do is I like to take a little bit of that new oil and I like to put it in with some of the old oil just to help wash it all out. Just to make sure it's all good and dandy. You know, just to keep it nice. Or not really to keep it nice, but to wash some of that old stuff out. Oh, did I grab the wrong funnel? Oh, I just gotta wedge it in there. That'll be fine. Just stick a little bit in there, just to help flush some of that old oil out. Now this actually holds 1.3 quarts of oil. As you can see, it's coming out down there. I'll put a little bit more in. There. Once it starts coming out a nice clear color like brand new oil, and you're good to go. Give it a little shaky shake. Put this back in here. Now, we come back around to here. Come down here. We're gonna wait for that to stop dripping. You can actually see up in there. I'll show you guys what that looks like. Right up in there, that's where it's gonna be coming out from. And there looks like there's still quite a bit of oil. That spring sets up in there. Just gonna set you guys back down. I'm gonna tip her back over. Just to help get some of this, some more out. Now, let's put this thing back on. Now the question is, how does this sit in there? I have a feeling it goes in like this. That way it can sit nice and flush. So, let's stick it in there without dropping it in the bucket. Darn it. Looks like I dropped it in the bucket. Don't do that. Don't drop it in the bucket. I mean, you can if you want to. I don't recommend it. And maybe a good thing to note, make sure your tub doesn't have any holes in it before you go to use it. Because, I guess mine kind of has some holes. Whoops. Now you can clean that up real easy with cat litter. Not a big deal. Alright, now we take a plug, our cap, put it up here, and we screw it back on. We gotta flip our thing the other way. We're gonna tighten her down. Make sure this is nice and snug, because that's the last thing you want to happen is this thing come right out, or this thing to pop right off when you're going down the trail or something, vibrate loose. You do not want that. That will not be good. Doesn't have to be super tight. Ow! Skin my knuckle. It's fine. I'm okay. But doesn't have to be stupidly tight. Just nice and snugged up on there. There we go. That seems good. Now, take our little paper towel, come up under here, wipe any oil off this. That way we can tell very easily if there's any leaks. Because that would not be good. Alright, I'm gonna take this bucket outside. That way it quits leaking on the floor. That's what it looks like. Not real great. Glad we're changing it, because it's not milkshakey, but you don't want it like that. Now comes the super easy part. Put the oil in. Take your funnel, your oil, just put it right. Oh, it's located right there if you can't tell. Put that right in there. Go nice and slow. Make sure it ain't spilling out anywhere. If it is, just slow down. And then once you add your first bottle, this one was only about halfway full. Still gonna show you guys. Take your little dipper, grab your paper towel, wipe the old oil off of it. Oh, hello. Wipe the old oil off. Stick it back in. You don't need to thread it in, but you can see you can't see anything. So we grab our new thing of oil. I'm gonna tilt you back up. Grab your new thing of oil. And grab your funnel. Put your funnel in. Put your oil in. Now this one's a brand new one, so I'm gonna go nice and slow. Put a good bit in. and stop and check it. Alright, now let's grab our thing, wipe it off, go in, look at it. Right. Could use a bit more. Put some more oil in there. And why not? We'll put the whole thing. Better to have a little bit too much. Now, one last time, take this, put it in there, bring out, and boom! Look at that. It's right up to there. Perfect. Screw that back on. And now, we clean up. But I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you learned something. So, I hope you found this helpful. And boy, I got a little bit of a mess to clean up, but hopefully now you know how to change your oil on your Honda ATC. So, have a good rest of your day, and a little bit of kitty litter goes a long way. That's why I always have a bag on hand. But that's going to be it for this episode, so thank you very much for watching. If you've made it this far, it means a lot. It really helps us out. And if you could, please subscribe, maybe like, possibly even share to one of your friends. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you. Goodbye.